Hey there, guys. Today we're going to continue our discussion about place values. So you're going to need to make sure that you have your expo marker ready to go and your place value mat inside its sleeve so you're ready to follow along with me. So the other day we were learning about place value and we reviewed our different place value places that we have. So we have our ones place, our tens place, our hundreds place, and our thousands place. Today we're going to go up one more place to the 10,000s place. Say 10,000. So this 10,000s place, since it is over on this side, that means it's even larger than the thousands place. So we go from our smallest side of our ones, then your tens, then your hundreds, then your thousands, then your 10,000s. And I want to review, remember the fact that how many ones does it take to make a 10? 10. So 10 ones make a 10. How many tens make 100? 10. 10 tens make 100. How many hundreds make 1,000? 10. 10 hundreds make 1,000. And then how many thousands do you think it takes to make a 10,000? Yeah, 10. So once again, we're just doing that multiplication of up by 10. Let's go ahead and take a look at some different numbers, and we're going to read them through together. And then we are going to identify the value of that digit inside the place value. So let's do a quick review. Let's do the number 3,462. So 3,000, remember your comma, 462. So let's take a look at this digit here. This digit we know is a 4, but what does that 4 really mean? Well, we have to think about what place value it's in. What place value is it living in? Yeah, it's living in the hundreds. So if we draw out our 400s, 1, 2, 3, 4, we see that each one of these blocks here is worth 100. So we count by hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400. So this digit of a 4 really here really has a value of 400 because it is in the hundreds place value. Let's take a very quick look at this digit here. We know that this is the digit 3, but now we have to think, what place value is it in? Well, we see that it's in our thousands place value. So if I draw out 3 thousands, remember we use our cubes. 1, 2, 3. Way to do this along with me. I know I'm going fast, but you can go fast too. Let's go ahead and count these out. So now because we're in the thousands place, we count by what? Thousands. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So here that 3 really has a value of 3,000 because it's in the thousands place value. Let's go ahead and take a look at this 6. What is the value of that 6? Well, what place value are you in? The tens. So we really have 6 tens here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we're in the tens place value, we count by 10. So count by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So we know that that digit of 6 really has a value of 60 because it's in the tens place value. But now take a look at this digit here. What is the value of that digit? Well, we're in the ones place, so 1, 2. When we're in the ones place value, we just simply count by ones. So this has got a value of 2. So if we add our addition signs in between for our expanded form, we see that 3,462 is the same thing as 3,000 plus 400 plus 60 plus 2. Or because this is addition, we can move those numbers around. We could say it's 60 plus 400 plus 2 plus 3,000. Doesn't matter what order it's in, we will still get the same answer of 3,462. But now let's go ahead and erase our boards and let's add on that 10,000s place. Now when we get into the 10,000s place, whatever digit is there, we're going to be counting by 10,000s. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000. Okay? So let's check out the number. Let's do 23,364. So let's go ahead and take a look at that number and let's figure out how to read it first, okay? So basically, we see here we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got our ones, tens, hundreds, and then our commas. Now we have a thousands and a 10,000s place. We see this is the number 23, right? So we have 23,364. Say that with me. 23,364. Now let's go ahead and think about the value inside of this here. Okay? Now let's go ahead and take a look at this digit of 2 right here. This 2 is in the 10,000s place. Because it's in the 10,000s place, we are going to count by 10,000s. So 10,000, 20,000. Now we don't really have a way to draw out our models of 10,000s. So what we can do is, because it's in the tens, I'm just going to say, let's draw out lines like this, and then we can make them into T's for the 10,000s, okay? So this will remind us that it's tens, but now we're in the 10,000s. So 10,000, 20,000. So this is really a value of 20. See that number 20 there? 20,000. So 3 zeros at the end. Oops, you can't even see it. Sorry, guys. 20,000. Let's take a look at the value of this 3 here. Well, what place value are we in? We are in the thousands, and we've got 3 of them. So if we model it out, we're going to draw 3 cubes, just like so. And then what are we going to count by? Yeah, we're going to count by thousands. So let's count. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So we have a value here of 3,000. But now let's take a look at this digit here. Well, we know that that digit is a 3, but what place value are you in? Right, we're in the hundreds, so now we're going to count by hundreds. Whatever place value you are in, that's what you're counting by. So count by hundreds. 100, 200, 300. Let's go ahead and take a look at this digit here. What place value is that in? The tens, very good. So what are we going to count by? Tens. So we've got 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's 6 groups of 10? 60. Very good. So now let's take a look at this digit here. Well, what place value is it in? The ones. Draw 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So count by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's got a value of 4. Put in your addition signs for our expanded form. And let's go ahead and read that together. 20,000 plus 3,000 plus 300 plus 60 plus 4 equals 23,364. Go ahead and erase your boards. And let's do one more example. But this time, I'm going to help you with the 10,000s and the thousands, but you're going to have to do the hundreds, tens, and ones all by yourself. So let's do the number 52,000, put your comma. So 52,400, sorry, that's a 4, 425. Let's start with the 10,000s, please. So how many 10,000s are there? 5. So we have 5 10,000s. So let's draw out 5 T's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But because we're in the 10,000s place, we have to count by 10,000s. So 10,000, it's kind of like counting by tens. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. So we've got 50, write out the number 50, comma, 1,000, so we got 3 zeros. So 50,000. Now let's take a look at this 2 here. What place value is it in? The thousands. So we're going to count by thousands. So we have to draw 2 cubes. 1, 2. Okay, so count by thousands. 1,000, 2,000. So we put a 2 and our 3 zeros. Okay, so now what your assignment is here is I want you to do the value of the hundreds place, draw your model, give me the value, do your tens place, draw the model, give me your value, draw the ones place, draw your model, and give me the value. Pause the video, do your assignment, and come back and check your work. Did you pause? Okay, here we go. So in the hundreds place, we have a 4, so I'm going to draw out 4 hundreds, 4 squares. Each of these are worth 100, so 100, 200, 300, 400. So your value is 400. How'd you do? Awesome. So now we have our 2 tens, 1, 2. When we are in the tens place value, we count by 10, 10, 20. And then in my ones place, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. And when we're in the ones place value, we count by 5. So our expanded form is 50,000 plus 2,000 plus 400 plus 20 plus 5 equals 52,425. Go ahead and cap your marker, erase your boards, and I will see you tomorrow.